I've done some more on the monster bow, just taking a tiny bit off the belly, cleaning up the sapwood a little. I've also made a new long string because the other one was getting very frayed at the ends, and by using this toggle here I can thread the string through it to adjust the length. So you see now I've got it so it will just fit onto the bow without having to actually brace it. I'd struggle to brace it otherwise, but the nice thing is it gives me a good string line. So you can see, looking down the bow, if I push the string a little over to this side and quite a bit over to this side here, I can get the string line to be reasonably central, which is a lovely illustration of why you want to leave your tips a bit too wide early on. But you can see it's beginning to come along, and I'll pop it up on the tiller again shortly. We're not too far off centre here, and a little bit of error doesn't really matter because by the time it's braced and it's settled things will be different, but you don't want the string line running a mile off to one side or the other. But we can just tease it across a little bit in these early stages, and it helps tell you which side of the bow you need to be removing. By forcing it over this way to get the string line right, I might actually end up removing this pin knot. More work on the monster bow. The big difference you'll notice, hopefully, is that the string is now much tighter. And I can feel it's under a lot more strain. That's 100. It's all a bit more nervy now because we're stressing the bow a lot more. I'm really looking up by that knot area. 110. Also, on a string that's taut like that, the actual poundage and draw length will be quite closely approximating to the finished weight and draw length. So that's 120, 130. I think I'm bottling it out now, but I can have a look at that. And that was probably 130 at what, 24 inches, something like that. I'll have a look on the video. But you can see how it's progressing. We're working it harder now. I'm getting a bit more nervous. Out of interest, there was cambium in here, and there's still some there, but that has actually popped off. So there obviously is some flexing going on there. You'll get people saying that, oh, warbow, it doesn't bend in the middle until the last few inches of draw. That's total nonsense. What they mean is you can't see it bending until the last few inches of draw. If the stress and strain is on the wood, it will be bending. It's just sometimes hard to see it. And sometimes you know it's bending because it goes bang.